Hello, beautiful family. Thank you guys so much again for being here today. Today is Friday, December 5th, and we want to thank the Almighty God for bringing all of us to the last month of the year. How we finish this last month matters a lot. We want to finish it on a higher note, not just a higher note of success in monetary values or the other thing, but a higher note to take a look back the previous months, and now what do I need to do? What is my purpose? What do I need to do that would take me to end the year a little better and higher, so that I would jumpstart the new year on even a better and higher note, and we keep moving forward. We don't want to be at the same spot, and therefore we here in One Global Movement too are also going to come up with a lot of things as we learn and grow along, that we're going to keep moving forward and on a higher note. And if we don't do that, we will not be reaching these children, because as we speak, a lot of kids are going hungry. A lot of kids are being abused. A lot of kids are not, they don't have the education that they need. They don't know how to read and write. A lot of mothers and fathers, they don't even have a home to live in. And if you remember, one of the things in one of the programs is to roof homes for especially single mothers and widows. And so we want to see how can we move faster to reach everyone, right? So I urge each and every one of you to sit down, and if you have not done so, look at your master plan for this year, and look at your goals and your dreams. What is it that you need to adjust? Because some of these master plans or goals and dreams, they carry on for life, like One Global Movement. We are also going to sit down to also take a closer look. But first of all, thanking God that He has brought us this far, and see what we can do better. How else can we spread the word into all corners of the globe? Remember, we are global. The world is a global village. So we're going to sit down to do those things. And I urge each and every one of you, sit down with yourself first, but also with your children and your family, to see what did we do this year. You pat everybody on the back, say thank you, but what can we do better for the coming year? But more so, including women, children, and young people in our plan, because this is the core of every society, regardless. How can we help? In what way, no matter how little or small? Because little by little, like not Swahili, there is a saying, I've forgotten to read it here, that little by little fills a measure. Habana, Habana, something. It fills a measure. And so we start little, because if you don't start little, you go and start big, the foundation will not be solid. It will not be
Yeah.
built upon a rock. So when the
Yeah.
wind comes, when you build it upon a rock, it will never be shaken. And that's what we are doing here in One Global Movement. We want to build that trust in children globally, to know that there is a movement out here for them that they can trust, they can believe in. And let us keep sharing the word. If we are sharing it, our goal, especially for 2026, one of the goals is to reach 10 million subscribers with our One Global magazine that is coming up. So we want all of us here to participate. Let me send our beautiful sister in. Hello, beautiful Melanie. How are you?
I'm good, Sister Yvonne and Yvonne Finn. Good afternoon.
Hello,
And
hello, welcome, welcome.
just so you guys know, the Give to the Max donation is all year. We have that one big day, but it's all year. You can still go there and donate. It doesn't matter. 50 cents, $1, little by little, it will fill up to something. Because when we
Yeah.
come together, say $1, just $1, 10 million of us, that is something to really start with, because children they are waiting, but they are also being sick. And I'm sorry to say it, some of them are passing away, because when a child doesn't eat, when a child doesn't live in a home, especially in poor weather, what do you expect? They get sick, right? And so and I urge all of us to, especially our sisterhood here and One Global Movement here, let us share this in different platforms, because whatever comes out, we want it to stay in the various communities that we come from. It's not coming to live anywhere, but it stays in those communities. We go out through all of us here to see where can we start helping. Very important. And then I also urge that if we can, we go to our schools, our churches, and everywhere, and try to talk with the leaders of those places to see if they can create a box in those schools or in those churches for backpacks. I mean, good backpacks and school shoes, sneakers, writing materials, so that when we know here in One Global Movement, we now go and research which area in this community can we channel these things to. This is very, very important. This is how we do it. It's not coming to Mundih. It's not coming to Sister Yvonne Finn. It's not coming to Sister Melanie, but it stays in those various communities so that they can be easily distributed without having to spend money to do so. This is very important. If you are in a snow area like me now here, you may want to see what can you do to take some coats to those that are on the streets so that they can be warm, or what can you do to take it to a church or somewhere. But we want to do it as one global movement. We want to give it. You see, we have our Canadian brothers and sisters. We have those in the United States. We have those in Cameroon that I know. We have it everywhere because we want everybody to get this message. You don't have to be on this platform because we also know the disadvantages that comes with not having electricity, and so they can get here. So please, 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 this is very important. This is the heartbeat of One Global Movement, and together we can change the world one life at a time. So Friday, we thank God for everything, and let us count our blessings one by one for being those that are really going to finalize this year. I know that I'm going to be here till the end of the year and start the new year on a higher note. And I know that you all are going to be here as well. So let us pray for that. And we want to also thank our ambassadors, both junior and senior ambassadors that are working behind the scene. Some of those are helping in the gardens in Cameroon. They're really helping young children and those that have sold the first consignment of the program, 5 Chicks per Child program. And we will continue and so forth, and then add on to other programs. So we are in One Global Movement Revolution Part 391, the crossroads of awareness. The crossroad of awareness, bitterness or betterment. Is it bitterness or betterment? And we just go, it's a whole team here, of course, as always. And now, what is the focus of this? And thank you so much, Sister, for crafting these topics. What is the focus of this topic? The inner decision point after recognizing injustice. What is your inner decision point after you recognize injustice? And now we want to handle this thing with a focus on exploring how our mindset shapes whether awareness leads to empowerment or resentment.
Right.
That is how we want to tackle this, because we're not just talking. Choose one thing here and you start implementing it. Remember, sometimes we say, is it worth it to spend your time and energy arguing with somebody? Or you can just retrieve, and if you can walk away and go and do something to help that situation, because argument will go back and forth, and in the end you're tired. If you're like me, I develop a headache. If that thing does not add value to my life, I develop a headache. I'll just walk away, but I will do something that will help that situation. So if you remember this code, we're going to use it for all these topics, because what we've been doing here is treating one thing in different angles here. Yes. So when we wake up to social injustice, we can become either passionately active, or we can turn inwards and become embittered.
Yep.
And the turn inward means you don't want to do something. You just sit there and you're angry, you're frustrated. Anger is a good thing, but it comes to a point where you become so embittered, you're carrying all these negative baggages, you're wanting to revenge, you're wanting to curse, swear, and say all those things. But you can passionately be active in it to do something about it, or you can just retrieve inward and start having a heartache and all of those things. So this is very important. So the crossroads of awareness, bitterness or betterment. Please hashtag these things there. Hashtag them, and my beautiful sisters are there. They can show some of those hashtags. We need those hashtags a lot because we're not doing that often here. Everybody should do hashtag after turning your thumbs, putting the big thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Put the big thumbs up, like, and share, and also put these hashtags here so that we can spread faster and so that AI can recognize us and even help us better. So, you know, a moment when let's talk about first of all, I want to invite everyone to pause at just pause a moment, just pause at a moment of every human being. Maybe it's closer in your home where you are right now or in your office, being who encounters in life. Just pause for a moment that they encounter something in life, something puzzling, something maybe tragical, or something that they don't even understand what they can do about it. Just pause for a moment when something awakens inside of us, a moment when we see injustice, brokenness, or suffering. Who among us has not encountered that? I know that I have.
Mhm.
A moment when awareness meets reality. And the great question becomes, at the crossroads of awareness, will I choose bitterness or betterment? What are you going to choose at the crossroads of awareness? Are you going to choose bitterness or betterment? I know that I would choose betterment because, and I also know that we here will choose betterment because that's who we are here. We want to make things better. So bitterness freezes compassion. Betterment fuels transformation. Bitterness looks inward. Betterment reaches outward. What can I do to help? And how can I help? Bitterness asks, why me? Why? Betterment asks, what can I do or what can be done to change the situation for the better? Betterment says, whom can I help? Who can you help today? That's betterment. And that is the heartbeat of one global movement. So what does awareness really mean? What does it mean to you? Please put the discussions in the chat because if we are here, we want all hands on deck because when you put your discussion from your own perspective, I put my own, everybody does, then we are learning from one another because the world is created with diversity. And it is us bringing that diversity to the surface according to how we raise our children, according to our customs and cultures and environment, so that we can all really give that all inclusion to every child and every young person. So awareness is not just knowledge. No, awareness is responsibility. When you are aware of something, that is a responsibility for you. When you become aware of hunger, you must decide bitterness or betterment. When you become aware of illiteracy, when you become aware of injustice against women, a young girl that has been denied an education, when you see youth losing direction because of one reason or the other, not because of fault of their own, when you witness poverty stealing futures, you stand at a crossroad. Remember this. When you witness these things, you are standing at the crossroad. And these things are looking at you. They are screaming at you. They're shouting at you. What can you help? Can you help? That's why you are at that crossroad. So OGM was born at that intersection. That's where OGM was born, at that intersection. A child being denied an education, a child living in the bush and feeding on fruits, a child who wants to read, that because the child that understands that education is a passport into the future. It will give that child freedom. That is exactly what we are talking here. And this is serious. We must take it so seriously in this life, ladies and gentlemen. It's not, let us not joke about this. To joke about it is to joke about your own life. And so our vision and mission were not crafted in comfort. No, it wasn't crafted in comfort. They were crafted in the tension between what is and what must become.
Yeah.
Yes. If you remember, I am that child that didn't care whether I was bleeding on the tears or whatever. I knew that, you know what, I will become. And when you have that kind of determination, there is nothing that can stop it. The moment you say that to yourself, your subconscious mind will take it and you begin to act on it. It will do. When you say, I am blessed and highly favored. I'm enriched. I'm the head and not the tail. I was born to be a lender, not a borrower. All of those things, you're speaking life into your existence. And the moment you say it from your heart and you mean it, those things begin to manifest itself without you even doing anything. All of a sudden, something opens up in your soul, and you begin to see solutions that you did not see before, because you truly now want to live a life of leadership and purpose. And so, bitterness, the chain that holds destiny. Bitterness is a chain. It's a chain that holds destiny. Bitterness is subtle, very little. And sometimes you don't even recognize it because your environment or the world has been telling us differently. It starts with disappointment. It grows through helplessness. It expands through fear, and it matures into inaction. Inaction. You know how you get used to something, you get used to that showing this on the TV and the TV, and you keep looking, looking, looking. You didn't see any other choice. What do? Suddenly, you just get used to that and you think that is it for me. That is the only way. It's like my grandmother used to tell my uncle, those people that those friends that you're moving around with, they are not good. They are smoking. They are doing this. They're pickpockets. If you don't quit, you're going to be like them. He didn't listen. And for sure, that's my uncle. He became one of them. He became one of them until he learned later on, you know? And so it starts with disappointment, it grows through helplessness, it expands through fear, and before you know, it matures into inaction. And you decide not to do something. Not to do something, you yourself, you're going to be part of those that will be disgruntled later on. So bitterness whispers, nothing will change. Isn't that what it does to us? Nothing will change. Oh, this is the only way. No. And then it says, what difference can I, Betterment will say, what difference can I make? But bitterness will also ask the same question. What difference can I make when nothing will change? So the problem is too big. They say it's too big, it's too complicated. I'm not going to do anything about it. And then why should I care? Why should I care? It doesn't touch me. It doesn't touch my family. Why should I care? All right. But let me declare this truth. Bitterness may break you, but awareness can build you if you choose betterment. And so, one global movement chooses building, one global movement chooses rising, one global movement chooses purpose, living a life of leadership and purpose, because we were born with a purpose. And if we don't live it, that is the first step towards bitterness. And so, betterment, the pathway to global impact. And that is the real pathway to global impact is betterment. Betterment is a decision. You don't just sit there and things just get better. It's a decision that you sit with yourself and decide within yourself to do it, not seeking approval from somebody. You have to, because remember, when you are seeking approval from other people, those people also have their own things that they might be seeking approval from other people. It's okay for a child to seek approval from the parents because they have to, or from the adult, or from the teachers, or from the Sunday school teacher. It is very okay. Even from our young adults, we must. If we work as a family, as the Ubuntu family, that is what it has to be, just like we are working here. Because sometimes I might ask silly questions, and I'm sure I have done, and people be like, oh, she's supposed to be knowing this. No, I'm not. Sometimes your brain freezes on you. You don't even know what you're doing. Sometimes you ask the most silly question because they don't even know what is going on in your mind at that particular moment.
Exactly.
But the thing
Exactly.
here is that we still pay attention. There is no silly question because
Yeah.
sometimes those silly questions will lead to the most impactful decisions and actions that you might take in the world. So
Absolutely.
to
Absolutely.
see a problem and refuse to walk away, that is betterment. And that
Yeah.
you say, I am going to take the decision not to walk away from this problem. But if I have to walk away for safety, I will, but I must do something after I leave the scene and then call for 911. Maybe you're in school, the child that did not eat the better lunch, you discuss it with your parents, take that decision to do that. Maybe you're like me. When I was little, you break your pencil into two and
Mm-hmm.
bite the eraser and give the other one with saliva on it, okay? And it worked, okay? So maybe you're like that. And I know we all here have done something like that. We know, but we don't just pay attention, because sometimes it become part and parcel of you to do good, and that's the way it should be. It just becomes second nature to you.
Yeah.
And so to believe that the smallest effort matters, that is betterment. Don't minimize. Don't say, oh, what did I do today? Like yesterday, I was feeling a kind of guilty within myself, because when I start the day focusing on other things, and then because the morning is the most productive part of my life. And when I start, like yesterday, I was doing things for my mom, but I kind of feel guilty. What did I do for one global movement? I came back home. I was almost having an anxiety, okay? And I'm like, what did I do? But then I told myself, say, Mundih, calm down, calm down. You just help your mom. You just did a lot of things because the occupational therapist was there. You just did a lot of things. So then guess what? I've not taken a nap in a long time. I had to rest because it was bothering me. I took a nap, then I woke up around 5. Then I sat here in my home office and I did things. I was so pleased. I did at
Yep.
least I did something for one global movement and I was so pleased. Okay.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it happens. It's not because you are you are a different kind of a human being. We are all extraordinary human beings. I am extraordinary. I told myself, you are. If you can
Yep.
go here, do the, how can somebody just do so many things? And I know we all here multitask. We do that. And that's
Yes. You
why I
have
call
to.
up all
Mhm.
the women in the world, we come, let us be here in a circle of sisterhood that we will reach out to every woman. The woman is the womb of the world. We must bring these children together and these young people together. And come 2026, the race begins. And so to take responsibility for the world within your reach. The world, when they say the world, like we are doing, it starts here. It starts here, right? And
Mhm.
then you go out to your neighbor. That's the wall. It's not because you have to reach every person, but when we come together from our different villages and localities, we will begin to expand. So that is betterment. Betterment transform outrage into solutions.
Mhm.
Betterment transform pain into purpose. Betterment transform awareness into action. Action, you cannot just, oh, I understand. Understanding is one thing and doing is another. And that action grounded in love, respect, and dignity. Very, very important. Compassion, strategy, and faith is the foundation of One Global Movement's mission. And that's what we are using here. And don't minimize it. And it's not every day that you can do something. Because when you
No.
do from one little thing today, and you pour out your soul into that one little thing, that one little thing most of the time covers up for the days, the weeks, and months to come. Now, if we didn't start this foundation here, we will be at where we are today. Do you know that there are people that we don't even know that they know that One Global Movement is here? And there are people that are supporting One Global Movement where from where they don't, you would think there's no network there, but they keep trying until they supported it. You see that? This is how, and when you do that, you're not just giving somebody or reducing your blessing. When you give, you are really amplifying your blessing, because if you don't take something out of your chest, out of your heart to give out, you will not create any empty space within yourself for God to fill it. You just keep taking that when it is full, give it out, the overflow, give it out. That is how I live my life, and that's how I was taught. But sometimes I can be greedy too, because I can have some greedy thoughts in my mind. It's okay. But so long as you bring back yourself to that point to say, no, I
Mhm.
was called to steward this. I was called to take care of children, young people, and women. And so now we like stories here because we learn from stories. We live. Those are stories that we leave. So the boy with the empty bowl, you can also say the girl with the empty bowl.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
mind you, empty bowls that we see on the internet are there are empty bowls that are even worse than those that they protrude on the internet. There are people with empty bowls dying in their own homes because they are ashamed to say that I can provide for myself, I can provide for my family. With the empty bowl, physical empty bowls, that's not even where the story ends or begins. But there are so many empty bowls in our community that if you don't use your mind's eye, the eye that God gave you, you will not see. So a boy once told me, and this is a true story, food is not just food, okay? It is hope.
It is.
Food is hope. At that moment, awareness arose, and I was just thinking, how can a little boy just talk like that? We
Mhm.
could have been bitter about global hunger, right? Or we could just choose betterment. But I know that here we choose betterment. Today, one global movement, seeds of hope, gardens, feed families. And we've been feeding families now continuously for 2 years. Especially
Mhm.
watermelons are powerful. I love them. I love them. I love them. But there is other things: corn, potatoes, peanuts, everything that we
Mm.
found, vegetables in particular. Especially you see those. I wish you guys can come here. Those very sweet, colorful, different colored tomato. They are so sweet for salad and everything. We do that. And so empowerment communities. We empower communities and teach children the joy of harvest. Maybe not even just they want things from the soil. What about the books that they read? What about the books? Those are the gardens of literacy. Those are the gardens too that we are planting here. And we see some of the One Global Movement senior ambassador, they are writing books because they want to make sure that every child gets to read before they turn 3. Okay. And that is a very wonderful thing. And then Betterment grow a garden. Betterment feed a village or community. Betterment changed a childhood. A childhood. Remember, I am a product of my village. I will take myself as an example, not because I'm proud or anything, but we have to give, if you don't live from your own experiences with your family, you want to take experiences from outside, usually that does not really work. So, Betterment changed me as a child because a village decided to come together to love, raise, and educate me. And today, I am a product of that village and I owe everything to that village. And so, doing this One Global Movement to me, it's so paramount. And I know that it's paramount to all of you because you guys have different initiative, which is the same thing that we are doing here, but in different ways. We take, for instance, the water project. Water is life. Water is everything. What can you do without water? What can you do? Nothing. Talk about the smiles in the back from our sister there, making sure that every child, every young person smiles, or every family. Beautiful. Still promoting illiteracy by putting smiles in that bag. When you open that bag, different smiles. That's a beautiful thing. And it's so easy to do it. You see me, I'm always looking. I too long, okay? I go when I sit, I don't have anything to do. I'm going to the thrift store. Thrift store is not bad, but I buy brand new things. I'm always having things here, sneakers, backpacks, I buy and keep. And then sometimes glasses, like I can give to some families if they don't have glasses, and they must not even have glasses. You see, I utilize bottles. If you remove certain things, like maybe certain things from a bottle, you use those bottles to drink for drinking water. You must not buy glasses. You can use those. And then you diversify. This season I'm going to use this season I'm going to use that. All these glasses, they are plain glasses. I was going to bring one here to show you guys. They are plain. But what can we do with that? There are some of us here, the volunteers and all of us sisters here, and our children that can design one global movement, just a beautiful design. And then you now sell those glasses, right? So when I see those things, that's wealth that people don't know because they are looking here instead of looking here to make things better. So to read my own story one day, You know, this child says, I want to be able to read my own story one day. Awareness came with a stinge, a stench. Betterness will say, there are too many children like her. This is somebody here? Let me see. Oh, Esther. Esther, welcome. We realize that there are too many. The world is more than 90% good. It's just like one cocoyam that my grandmother said. If you take one bad cocoyam and put it in a basket of good cocoyams, it might contaminate it. The world is full of good people. It's just that they don't know, they don't have the information. And this is the education we are doing here, doing so with action. So today, One Global Movement's Education First program is to put books, uniforms, and learning tools into the hands of children ready to rise, especially in those smiles in the back. Betterment opens classrooms. Betterment opens futures. Betterment opens destinies. And they've opened it for us here. We should be grateful. Otherwise, we'll not be doing what we're doing. And story number 3, the woman without a voice. Imagine that. I know my mom was in that position where she didn't have a voice. The only voice she had was her tears. All right. And this woman could bake. That's my mom. She could farm. That's my mom. She could lead in her own way. She was even the lender in her village. She could innovate in her own way. My mom, the clothes that she wears, she irons, she can craft things out of it the way she folds them. But they don't understand that is education. That is something they relegate themselves to the backwaters of life, thinking that, oh, I have to be able to read and have this degree. A degree is a mere paper you could tear it and throw away if that degree is not in here. All right. And so, awareness meets injustice. Bitterness will feel helpless. Betterment said, empower her, empower this woman, right? Empower her. Through One Global Movement, women's empowerment initiatives, women gain economic dignity, leadership roles, and generational legacy. And I will keep emphasizing here because this is how I was brought up. You must own land. When you own a piece of land and you know what to do with it, you don't have to farm. You don't have to garden because not everybody, but you can garden in different ways. Everybody have their own way of gardening. But for me, I was brought up, what I'm doing is what I was brought up with. And it worked for me because at a very young age, at 5, I was already raising chickens. And my parents, my grandma and my mom, they would sell. And I had my bamboo piggy bank, okay? Bamboo is the best, not the other one, okay? If you can afford it. So I will put the money in there. I always had money when I say I'm rich. Even my brother used to make me cry at my younger brother say, oh, she thinks she's rich. Look at, she has only 3,000 in there. I said, yeah, but I'm rich because they had the prowess, the physical prowess to remove sand from the river and sell and make more money than me. And I'm the woman, So I said, well, you guys are rich because you go and remove your sand, but I'm the one who cooks. So now you guys must accept that I'm also rich because I cook for you guys. All right. So yeah, learn. If you have your child, start drilling into their brain from birth. No money waste. When
No voice. Is it me?
No, sister, she's frozen there. She'll have to clear it up.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
my internet might be wobbly. Sorry.
Okay.
So when you buy land, just imagine planting just avocado. Okay, avocado is very expensive, and you don't have to clear. Money brings money. You just pay somebody to do it, and they clear it, they plant those trees. Don't spray it, go weed it, everything. Before you know, those avocados will be there for years to come. You're making money. And sometimes you can just plan to sell that land, you develop it. Before you know, you'll sell it for double the price of what you bought that land. It's happening. It's happening. We can do that. I'm planning to see what the Canadians can do so that when we plant those avocados in Canada, since I won't say, I'm teasing you right now. So
I'm not doing any farming. I can tell you that right now.
Well, you're going to do it differently. If you say you're not doing it, you're going to do it differently. So, youth at the crossroads. Young people today face crossroads daily. Don't they face it?
Yeah, they
They
do.
face it daily. Purpose or pressure, identity or insecurity, leadership or silence. One
Absolutely.
global movement declares over every young person, your awareness is not your burden. It is your calling.
It
It is
is.
your calling.
Yep.
Through mentorship, leadership development, and discovering their talents, our young ambassadors, our young people learn to choose betterment, not just for themselves, but for their communities. Now, a global call to action, always must. Without action, prayers is dead, right? So choose betterment. No movement grows through bitterness. Choose betterment. No transformation begins with frustration alone. Yes, we will be frustrated regardless because we are human. But no transformation begins with frustration alone. No legacy is built on complaint and whining and being competitive negatively. Betterment is a choice of courage. Betterment says, I will feed a child today, not tomorrow. I will educate a girl that has been denied an education. I will empower a woman that has been silenced. I will mentor a young person, even across the globe, even though I'm not in that part of the world, but I will find ways to mentor that young person, like we are doing here. I will become a voice of hope. That's why we invite everybody here, not just us here. Betterment is not about ability, it is about willingness. Are you willing? Have you said yes to yourself? I am willing to do this. You know, seeds of hope. When you plant seeds of hope today in a child, you harvest food security, not just food security, but food sustainability. Food sustainability, education first. When you read, you place a book in every child's hand. You are helping them to learn, and you open their horizon to the variety of opportunities that are in the world. Or you help a child to learn a skill, because education without really hands-on learning a skill is nothing, right? So women's empowerment, dignity, and economic strength. What are you doing to a mother, a single mother or a widow that is struggling, that they've silenced her voice? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I was fighting for my mother. I didn't even know what I was doing, but my mom would just sit and cry. And I will fight, and they will beat me until I don't know why I'm still existing, but I'm here. Okay. So, youth leadership, voices like talents and purpose, global outreach, volunteerism, here in One Global Movement and other organizations, and I know that a lot of us are volunteering in other organizations, and donors changing lives. We have a link that you can donate, and you can share that link in your own platform so that they donate to One Global Movement, and then we keep moving in your community. Betterment is not a philosophy, not at all. It is a system of impact that we are building here, and it works. It's working already. And so why are you needed in this movement? Why? Why are you needed in this One Global Movement when we keep talking about it every day? Every heart has a role. Every heart has a talent. Every heart has a gift from the Creator. We all do have it. And this, my sisters here, they've been blessed and highly favored with a lot of gifts. And that's why we are here together. Every hand has a place. Where are you placing your hand? We have two hands, or sometimes we have just one, or just the voice. Where are you placing those limbs of yours? Every person has a mission. What is your mission? As you enter into 2026, as you end 2025 into 2026, have you asked yourself again and again, what is my mission? Have you asked yourself? Betterment begins when someone decides, I will not walk away from the pain I have witnessed or I have lived. You are here because something in you refuses to walk away. That's why you're here in One Global Movement. Something says, no, I have to be there. Look at Esther. Esther, I'm sure she's driving from work, but she's here today because something says, okay, I'm leaving from work, I'm tired, but I am still going to stop by. And that is the kind of things that we are talking about, living these things by example. One global movement is not asking for perfection, because we will never be perfect, because we are not God. No human being, if you hear people talking, they're just talking. Nobody's perfect. One global movement is inviting participation in the way that you are comfortable in participating, no matter how small. And so, as we step towards 2026, this is the defining question for every ambassador, donor, volunteer, sister, brother, and visionaries. What will you do at the crossroads of awareness? What would you do? What would you do? What decision are you going to take? When you see the pictures of children, of mothers, of young people, not knowing what their tomorrow is going to be, what would you do? What would you do at the crossroads of awareness? I keep asking, will bitterness take root? Will bitterness take root? Or will betterment take over bitterness? And here we ask and we pledge and we pray that let betterment take over bitterness for our young people and children and women. Will you turn inward? Will you turn inward at the crossroad or step outward into global focus? Will you ignore injustice or transform it into impact? And so I declare over all of us here, as we drift towards 2026, I declare over every child, every ambassador, and every person, may your awareness awaken your assignment. May your compassion fuel your calling. And may your life become a living testimony that betterment is stronger than bitterness. This is who we are. This is what we stand for. This is one global movement. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you.
Well, I'm just going to quickly say my betterment is to support water projects wherever I find them.
Yes.
And I'm going to give my sisters here, since they haven't shown up for a little while, I haven't seen them, especially Sister Esther. Going to let them talk because I'm leaving at exactly 2. So please, whoever wants to go first, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, my betterment, as you know, I want people to smile because bitterness is all around the world now. We are surrounded. There's light, but in between the light, there is darkness. The darkness is the poverty, the hunger, the people striving for better, but they're not seeing their way. So yes, so among that, we smile. When Sister Yvonne, when you were talking earlier on and you said, your head, something about your head or whatever, and you shared a little joke, I was laughing because I'm thinking, when we want to make somebody, instead of turning away from arguments all the time, we end it by staying silent, but put on a boxing glove and just kind of, so we can have the smile. That's all we need in this life, Smile and we carry on. We take on other projects. But anyhow, that was just a joke, but it can be a reality because I started doing things like that. I can be, because we all get upset. We all get to a point where we want to fight. But we can turn that little moment into something by thinking something funny or maybe putting something funny. But that's beyond the fact. We have to stay connected. We like I have always said from the beginning, since I joined you all, and even before that, we can't do it alone. We know that collectively, and it's so sad to see people are separating. This group has that here, that group. When we get together, it's one. If we cannot do it as one, then it's not multiplied. It should be multiplied, but among a few. So why? I have always wondered, when we open up our hearts, do we think people are going to steal from us? We open it because we want others to partake in it. And that way we can share our vision together, our values together, because when we have shared values, we can maintain consistency and it can go very far.
Yes.
It can be spread worldwide, When we maintain our focus on collective body, we can turn our awareness into action, and it can multiply. Like I have created the Smiles in a Bag. even if I have not put the bags together as a collection to send somewhere else outside of Canada, but I do my part. As Sister Yvonne Finn knows, Sister Yvonne Mundih, you know that, and I'm sure Esther and everybody who's listening, we do our part in a small way, and we can share what we have in the meantime, even if we cannot do the things to reach the uttermost part, but we can do it right where we are. And Sister Yvonne, you talk about your winter clothes. Like every year now, I make it a point of duty to go through my closet and see, and I'm looking at, I even use my bed now for storage. No, sorry, don't get me wrong, don't judge me. It's clean clothes, but I decided life is not just about fancy. We have to have nice things because I love a nice neat home. But for now, it's an apartment. So I use my couch.
I do the same, okay?
Yes.
Under the bed.
Yes. Yeah. My tables are parked behind my bed. I can't be bothered until I get enough space, and I know I will. I'm not gonna stay there all the time. But
priorities, right? You know that the priorities help people.
Right. So So I wash these clothes and I put them on the bed, and they are next to new clothes. They are not old clothes, right? They are clothes that I actually wear. And I said to myself, I have to do another little package and deliver it wherever I have to put it, whether it's a Cancer Society box, whether to give somebody a jacket, even if I love it, but I have more than one. So I will share it, and that's how we do things, to put smiles on others. Because think of the cold. I'm in here and you can see I have a scarf on and I have this heavy sweater on, and it's cold. Sister Yvonne, it's cold today. It's nice. It's shiny, but it's cold.
It's snow everywhere now.
So think of a child, an older person, or anybody in the cold, sleeping on the outside. This is thinking outside the box, and I'm sure we all are thinking that way. So that's how we have to turn, the transform, actually, not just the children, especially this season. We go by seasons.
Yeah.
It's winter time, and it's a child, it's a family. Sometimes you have a whole family out there because they have no homes with everything going on. It's so sad. But we have wealth. We have wealth. There is wealth. There is money. There is land that are wasted. There's homes that are abandoned.
True.
Yeah. And it can start. And Sister Yvonne, you said it starts with land. Yes. I wish I had a piece of land right now, because I would really cultivate. I would plant the avocado, because you know what? In Canada, I was watching something, and I'm saying in British Columbia, there's a lady, her backyard has avocado trees.
Yes.
I don't know if she's in the warm part, but avocado, she has the grapefruits, and I'm saying in Canada?
Yes, because they have very temperate climate there. They don't get all this stuff that we're getting here. They don't.
Yep. So I'm saying, you know what? I need to get myself out of Ontario. Need to get out of Ontario. No, I'm planning, because I was in Alberta not too long ago.
I know.
My daughter lives there, so I want to go somewhere.
It doesn't snow in Alberta. It doesn't snow there.
Oh gosh,
British Columbia, the climate is very temperate there. They hardly get any snow.
Yes.
British Columbia in Canada.
Vancouver,
I'm coming to move there so that I can quickly come so you can encourage
me. Let's move. They have the mountain.
Please move there. I want to come.
Yeah.
I'm not moving anywhere.
But you know what? We are joking as we are doing it. It's good to smile, because I needed that bit of smile today, laughter. I needed that, because sometimes, especially when the weather gets start turning cold, I think we need more cheers, meaning laughter and fun, and reaching out to others and things like that. But yes, you're right. We are strengthened when we are collective, and we can turn our awareness into action, because we are aware of what's going on. We have started already, and we just have to act in whatever way. And you said the link is there. Anytime, any one of us, we have already contributed, but contribute, whether it's 5, 5 plus 1 plus 2, whatever, we fill the baskets.
Yes.
All right, let's hear Sister Esther.
Sorry, one more thing I wanted to quickly say. Sorry, the the glasses, you can tell them to gather the bottles, the glass bottles, and maybe we have something where we can send an equipment where they can shape them nicely, and then the group they are responsible of can imprint one GM or one global movement on it to sell it.
You see?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you
Yes,
so
they can
much.
do that.
And
So
now that we are here, 4 of us here, we're going to schedule a meeting. We must have an end of year meeting to go over the plan. So please, we encourage all of us. We are 9 women or 8 or plus our king, the managing director. We want to come together, John. We're waiting on you so that we can do that and discuss how we move forward from here. So
Okay.
thank you.
Right.
Okay, welcome.
Sister
Beautiful
Esther, please, I want to hear your voice. Go ahead,
Yes.
please.
Are you muted?
Oh, no, don't tell me your mic is not working.
Oh,
That's
come
why
on.
that's why she was writing in the chat. She's got lots of nice comments.
Okay, very nice comment. Can you send those comments to, if you can, send the comments to the general chat because you put them in the
She
private
has.
it's
She
in the
has.
chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, come on now, S.
She has put them in there, sister. So
Yeah.
you'll have a chance to read them. So
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Esther. But thank you. Your presence here speaks volumes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are so grateful. We are happy to see that beautiful smile of yours and
I know.
the beautiful gratitude. Okay. We like
She
that.
can hear us. She can hear
Yes,
us, but
she can hear us. Yes.
her.
But thank
All
you.
right.
We
Yeah.
miss
And
you
I'm
so
going
much.
to leave. I'm going to leave, sisters, because I have a
No
2 o'clock
problem.
class.
Thank you. You have
Okay.
a commitment, and we thank you. Have a fantastic weekend, okay? And we love you.
Yes. And you all have a nice
Yeah.
weekend too. Talk to you
Thank you,
soon.
Sister Yvonne. Same to you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sister Melanie, move to that
Yes.
place. Okay? So that when you know, this is global. Anything is possible anywhere in the world. You're
Yeah.
already there. That place that you're talking about, move there. We buy land right there.
Yeah.
Even if it is 1 acre, that's enough. That's enough. Move
I'll,
there.
I'll tell you what, my daughter drove, it was for my birthday, so I spent the 2 weeks. And every day we were going out there to drive to different areas. And she's one of those people.
Okay,
She'll go
start asking about and look for, when you're looking for land, look for fertile area because you see the grass, the way the grass is,
Yes.
you know that is fertile. Look for it. 1 acre, we start with that.
Yeah.
And then you can develop it and then you sell it to somebody. We move forward, we make money that way for OGM and to pay people, and then we keep moving forward. So and then just keep finding out about the prices and everything and foil me with it, please. Because I will be behind your back.
Thank you.
All right, Esther, thank you so much for being here today. We really highly appreciate you, and we miss your beautiful face and your beautiful heart, but you're here today. And I don't know what, let me see. Let me see. I want to see, you're not even muted here on this end. I think what is my commando in chief who really guard you, because he would know what to manipulate on that computer. Maybe he's not around. Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you so much, Sumitra, for being with us here today. We highly appreciate you. And uh, of course, our sister is gone, but she did a very wonderful contribution. Thank you. And we have our Facebook page here. Please, we ask people, when we say we start small, you start with copying this Facebook page. I know that it looks a little kind of funny now. People might be skeptical, but it's not a scamming page. And we're going to open 2 more pages so that we can spread the word wider and faster. So copy it, decide to say, you know what, this week I'm going to make sure that 5 people like and follow. We need more people to follow. The more that they do, the more resources we'll get to support this population. So let's all do that. That is the simplest way that we can start, by supporting. And thank you so much, Mr. Barilla. We are hoping you schedule that meeting so that after one of the StreamYard, before the year goes to an end, we'll all hop on here and we do it. And so you may want to put a note in our women's group, and everybody let us know if they will be present or not. We need that meeting. Excuse me, it's very important so that when we know whether it is 3, 4 of us, we carry the meeting and then we put the minutes where everybody will then then go and read. Maybe they add or they subtract or they edit, whatever, because we need all our brains right now to do these things together. Okay, thank you. And thank you so much, Sister Melanie. We were talking about you the other day. I'm like, you know what? We haven't seen her. We need to call her. So you were enjoying in Alberta or whatever you call it. You were enjoying somewhere.
I know I was at work. Our work get flooded now because a lot of people are sick
Oh, the weather.
because the amount of work they're putting on us, the pressure.
Oh,
It's pressure. So people are
yeah.
taking off sick, and then we are compensating for 20 people, whatever people, and it's flooded,
Oh.
and it's not good, honestly. But I don't want to complain. Let me stop because, yes,
Some people
yes,
don't even
I'm in
have
the
a job,
conflict.
right?
Yes, I'm in the conflict. Okay, I'll stop there.
So
Thank you.
hope all is going well with you, Mr. Barilla. That's for you there. And we have the StreamYard here. Always remember, this is what we use here. StreamYard is very good, very steady. And if you want to subscribe, they're going to send $10 to One Global Movement. And this $10 will go a long way to put smiles in the back of a child. So thank you if you have to subscribe. Thank you so much. And we have Sayed. How are you? Good evening or good afternoon from our end here. Thank you so much. If you are new here, sir, do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and share, and also the big thumbs up. If you're here, you haven't put the big thumbs up, please don't waste time putting those big thumbs up. It goes a long way to help. And we have VJ. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for being with us. If you're new here, you're welcome to this global family. And let's go here. If you haven't written any hashtag, go ahead and write it. Hashtag Betterment. Hashtag Betterment from the topic. There's so many hashtags that you can put. Let's flood this place with hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag defeat hunger, hashtag defeat illiteracy, hashtag defeat poverty, hashtag build generational wealth, hashtag building hopes and dreams, hashtag planting seeds of prosperity, hashtag planting seeds of hope. So many good hashtags that pertain to One Global Movement, so that those algorithms will not rest until we get to where we are asking them to take us to. So hashtag OGM, hashtag better betterness or betterment, hashtag grow past the pain, hashtag grow past the pain. That is so impactful. Thank you so much for putting that there. And we have our brother, Sir Gutam. How are you? Thank you so much for being with us again here today. We highly appreciate your support and your love for One Global Movement. And let's go here. Hashtag one body, hashtag problem solved. Wow, those are beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Again, that's our Facebook link for you guys to like and follow. Awareness is power, but choice is transformation. Every challenge presents two parts. Choose the one that elevates you, strengthens you, and leads you towards the best version of yourself. Certainly. And our beautiful Esther is here. Thank you so much, Esther. Every one of us reaches moments in life where something shifts, a disappointment, a betrayal, a setback, a truth we did not want to see. That moment of awareness is powerful. Thank you. We wanted to hear your sweet voice, but that's okay. We got it this way, either one way or the other. Thank you. And Esther says, I'm going to read everything because we are fortunate to have her here today. It opens our eyes, but it also exposes a choice we often underestimate. Do we allow that awareness to make us bitter, or do we allow it to make us better? We go through it and we allow it to make us better. Thank you. And we have Anup Dului. How are you, sir? If you're new here, welcome to this global family. Please do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and share our videos, comment, put on the big thumbs, put the big thumbs up, okay? Thank you so much. And again, this is our Facebook page. I don't think she put the gift to the max here today. I think Sister Melanie, I will send a gift to the Max link so that if she's not able to put it, you can put it, or the managing director can put it, whoever can put it. That would be
Okay.
nice. Yes, JJB Teen Man, big heart. I am the Teen Man. Hashtag Heart for Humanity, certainly. Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag Speak with Heart. Hashtag Turn Awareness into Action. Hashtag One Boy. Hashtag Problem Solved. What is the girl there, John? Now you didn't put the girl there. Okay, Esther says, the crossroads of awareness, bitterness, or betterment. Every one of us reaches moments in life where something shifts, a disappointment, a betrayal, a setback, a truth we did not want to see. We did not want to see. That moment of awareness is powerful. It opens our eyes, but it also exposes a choice we often underestimate. Do we allow that awareness to make us bitter, or do we allow it to make us better? Bitterness, wow, bitterness else or el, am I reading it right? Bitterness or else natural at first. Bitterness is natural at first. It is a response to hurt. It makes us close our hearts, build walls, and replay what went wrong. But bitterness does something dangerous. Is that no? Bitterness does something dangerous. It freezes growth. It convinces us that it convinces us that am I reading it right, Melanie? That
I mean,
that moment of
I
awareness is
don't understand.
powerful. It opens our eyes, but it also exposes a choice we often underestimate. Do we allow that awareness to make us bitter, or do we allow it to make us better? Bitterness, bitterness.
It's going fast. I'm sorry.
Okay. Natural at first. Bitterness is natural at first. It is a response to hurt. It makes us close our hearts, but build walls, and replay what went wrong. But bitterness does something dangerous. It freezes. Bitterness does something dangerous. It freezes growth. It convinces us. Wow. Yes. I think, yeah, we've read this several times. This is emphasis because these things are
Yeah.
here not just for anything. When you emphasize things like this, you begin to think, because at first our response to something that happens is we freeze and we start building these walls. "Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that." But when we turn our mind around to uh, uh, betterment, we try to start looking for ways in which we can bring solutions, because we must solve it in one way or the other, not to just turn inward and become bitter. So thank you so much, Esther, for that contribution there. Um, how do how do I rise above this? How do I use this experience to build resilience, wisdom, and compassion? Betterment does not deny the pain. It reframes it. It says, this happened, but it will not define the direction of my life. It allows us to grow stronger, to live with clarity, and to become the kind of person who inspires others to choose growth over resentment. At at this crossroads, awareness becomes the turning point, not the event that harmed us, but the decision that followed. Bitterness locks us in the past. Betterment prepares us for the future. Wow, that is so impactful. I love that. I love that. I love that. And so today, the message is simple. Awareness is powerful, but choice is transformative. Every challenge presents two paths. Choose the one that elevates you, strengthens you, and leads you towards the best. Thank you, the best version of yourself. That is a good way to conclude this. Wow. This is so beautifully written. I wish you can really speak. She's just smiling there. Okay. Sister Melanie, I am going to, now that we got you today, we take some of
Yeah.
that enjoyment. The conclusion is yours, sister.
Okay. Thank you. So, my conclusion is very short. So we all in the chat and on the panel, including our dear sister Yvonne, we stay mission focused. We already know our mission. We already know what the solvent is. Stay together, stick together, and we all do our part effectively, and we'll reach out to others around us and those in the uttermost parts of the world where we cannot reach, we will do something.
Yes. Yes.
Focus.
Thank you. Focus, focus. Thank you so much. Together, we will move mountains. Thank you so much for that beautiful conclusion. And we've come to the end of today's session. We thank you guys so much. Enjoy the weekend. We want to hear beautiful stories from the weekend. What meal did you eat? Who did you interact with? What did you do with your family, with your children? Who are those in your family that are graduating? I have a Gen Z that is graduating this month. And so just so you guys know, we're going to be celebrating all those Gen Zs here. Bring something, a funny story, anything that you do with your family, your children. Let's talk about here, because those are the things that make us smile. So happy holidays to everyone here, and until Wednesday, we love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, S.
Yes, sir. Bye, Sister Yvonne.
Don't go yet, man. Don't go. You're
Oh,
running.